Hello, IPXers. It's your host, Sandro. And today at Microelectronics USA, we're going to be talking to Edge Impulse, who are famous for training and deploying AI models on their cloud platform. Now let's go and talk to them. Tyler, if you can introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about what you do at Edge Impulse and a little bit about what is right behind you.
Hi guys, so my name is Tyler Risak. I am product manager at Edge Impulse under Qualcomm, where I'm focusing on enterprise solutions, specifically vertical enterprise solutions. So,
Tell us what we're looking about. Obviously, we can see it's a Qualcomm Dragonwing Visual Inspection suite. But what does that actually mean? What would this mean for, let's say, an engineer, or where would they deploy this in the project, in the process of starting their own, enterprise or their own OEM?
sure. So Edge Impulse is the kind of go-to MLOps platform where it's really useful for developing, training, and deploying models. But we found a need along the way to be able to go a bit up the stack and be able to provide a fully verticalized solution where we can actually handle everything that happens outside of just the model development. So everything from getting that model into an actual application and then managing everything from device management, site management, user management, etc., specifically for the quality control and defect detection use cases in manufacturing settings.
So we've heard of Edge Impulse before, but now you're, let's say, narrowing the scope and also increasing the level of support over the stack, So now you're not just on the deploying side, you're now also aiming directly at quality control, you say, right?
Yeah, so this is just one of hopefully many new vertical solutions. So that doesn't change anything about Edge Impulse. Edge Impulse is still going to be the same great platform that works for many different use cases, time series data, vision data. But what this differentiates is you don't need to go do all that other work along the way. You have something that works super well for a specific use case. And like I said, this is just one of many vertical solutions. So we could see things coming like things for predictive maintenance or other solutions around that. But we decided to start with visual inspection because we had a lot of customers that we're talking to that really felt like there was a gap in the market and they were trying to get some solutions off the ground or build models on the Edge Impulse platform, but they didn't have the proper tooling or they had to go out and build the proper tooling themselves to be able to have a full system in place for these types of use cases.
So you've gone essentially a little bit further than you have before in this space, and you plan to do that for other verticals, you say. Do you have any examples? Is that something you're willing to?
So there's nothing solidified on the roadmap today, but we do feel really strongly that there is a demand to be able to have additional solutions. Like I mentioned briefly, maybe things like predictive maintenance or machine monitoring or building monitoring. These are other really interesting use cases where there is a machine learning model aspect. There's a lot more to building the full system or solution. And if we can build these kind of bespoke, very verticalized solutions that solve for specific use cases, then it becomes even more useful, not just to the engineers or ML experts, but to the people that actually would benefit from the end result of those systems.
You do have this demo running here. Can you tell me a little bit about what it's doing? I know it's quality control visual inspection, but can you break it down for me a little bit?
Sure, there's a few different system components. So starting all the way from the right here, we have the camera. So with one of our hardware partners, Advantech, we're actually using one of their brand new cameras, the ICAM-300. This is based on the 6490 Qualcomm chip. That's about 10 tops. And then we have here, what we're doing is inspecting small circuit boards, small PCBs, where they have different defects introduced to them. So this one, for example, the microcontroller, the MCU is scratched on the top. Other ones are missing terminal blocks, etc. So what we're showing over on here is a fully web-based HMI. It's actually being served on a local web server that's running on the ICAM-300. And then we're showing a live camera feed here. We're showing bounding boxes to do object detection, and then we can actually classify what the defects might be as well. In addition, we're showing different system information of the device itself. And if we scroll down a bit, we can actually show a fully localized, we call this an inspection gallery, where you can go and zoom in on the inspection result. You can see things like the timestamp, the detected objects, the inference time, processing time, etc. And one of the next functionality or features that we're going to be working on is being able to take these inspections and then reviewing them. If there are any false positives or false negatives, we can actually relabel them and send this back to the data set to do a full retraining loop. So we actually improve the model over time.
So there's something I just want a little bit of clarification on, because
Sure.
we know Edge Impulse has been a cloud-based service for a long time now, but you did mention something about a server and running the AI model on this module here. So can you explain a little bit about that and what does that mean?
Yeah, so when I was referencing server here, it's basically just a web server so that we can see the web UI. But when we're talking about localized models, traditionally Edge Impulse has done training in the cloud, but not in this particular setup, but potentially sometime in the near future, we are working on fully on-prem solutions where you can actually do training on-site on a larger appliance, and then we offload inference to some of these smaller devices that are much more cost-effective, but they can run the model directly on the device, and we offload storage and training to these larger appliances fully on-prem at some point. Right now, though, we are still doing training in the cloud.
Where can they evaluate this? Where can they test it? Can they get involved?
If anyone wants to learn more, they should reach out to our solutions team. You can reach out directly to me at my email, Tyler, Tyler, my last name, Rysak, Hryck, at edgeimpulse.com. And we'd be happy to basically give a full end-to-end demo, see if this is a good fit for your team. And one really cool thing is we are looking for early adopter and pilot customers. So if you do want to kind of join the party, give us feedback. And what's really cool is you get to work directly with the solutions and engineering team. So if there are features you see in here or features that you'd like to see that aren't quite there yet, you can help inform the product roadmap and we can customize and build those things alongside your team. So reach out, we can give demos, we can give you some demo accounts, and happy hacking.
Thank you, ipXchangers. That has been me and Tyler at the Edge Impulse booth talking about the latest technology that they're releasing. Remember, guys, if this is the kind of content you're interested in, if you're interested in seeing technology like this coming out, then stay tuned at ipXchange. And remember, stay disruptive.